company starts with 3 friends, George Bodecker Jr., Duke Hansen, and Scott Siemens, all from Boulder, Colorado. None of them come from footwear. None of them have designed a shoe in their lives. In the spring of 2002, sailing from Isla Mujeres, Mexico back to Fort Lauderdale, they come across a strange rubber boating clog made by a small Quebec company called Foam Creations. It is meant to be a deck shoe, slip-resistant, quick-drying, made from a proprietary closed-cell foam resin that does not hold water and will not rot. They like it enough to license the design. No factory of their own, no retail relationships, just a licensing deal with a small company that, by some accounts, was itself close to folding, before 3 amateurs from Colorado showed up wanting to buy in. A few months later, in February, they show up at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show with 200 pairs of the shoe, which they call the Beach. They sell out, not to fashion buyers, not to a department store, to boaters standing on a dock who do not care what a shoe looks like if it keeps their feet from sliding off a wet deck at 6 a.m. Hold on to that boat show floor. 200 pairs sold to people who needed traction, not style. Nobody in that crowd is thinking about fashion. That gap between what the shoe was built to do and what the world would eventually judge it for is the entire story in miniature. By July, the 3 of them formally found a company. They name it Crocs. No footwear background, no design pedigree. Just a foam clog that sold out at a boat show and 3 guys willing to bet a company on it. Here's a version of this story you might already believe. That Crocs stumbled into ugliness by accident, that nobody planned it, that the company got lucky with a look nobody would have chosen on purpose. That is not quite what happened. The shoe's shape was never an accident. It came directly from function. Closed-cell cross-light foam, molded in one piece, built to survive salt water and a boat deck without cracking or holding a smell. The holes across the top were for drainage and ventilation, not decoration. The heel strap, the roomy fit meant to work over a wet sock or no sock at all. The complete absence of a seam. Every strange feature had a reason rooted in a boat deck, not a runway. The company did not stumble into ugly. It inherited a genuinely odd-looking object built for a genuinely practical purpose. And then it had a choice, repeated at every stage of growth. Hide that practical, homely core under something more conventional, or say it out loud and let the shoe look exactly like what it was for. It said it out loud. In 2004, the company buys Foam Creations outright, securing exclusive rights to the cross-light resin and the factory that makes it. Not because the shoe had gotten prettier, because demand for the ugly thing was already bigger than the tiny Canadian company that invented it could supply. And the 3 founders would rather own the whole ugly supply chain than risk someone else controlling it.